It's Kim here. It is Tuesday, August 4th. It is 6:38 in the morning. I'm a little sore in my jaw. As you guys can see, my mouth sits perfectly normal now, and when I smile, it actually looks like a normal smile. I don't have an overbite anymore. My jaw is a little sore. It relocated after 21 years of being dislocated and talking to an old dentist that I was seeing growing up when my jaw first started locking, and when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I asked him to break my jaw to realign it. He said he wouldn't. So he sent me to an orthodontist to see what they would say, and if they said breaking my jaw would help. I found out from an orthodontist and my dentist that if I did break my jaw, the discs get removed, so I would have, if not the same problem, worse, like if not the same pain, worse pain, or anything else. So I decided that after I heard that, I was just like, no, you know what, I'll leave it alone. I've dealt with it. I've dealt with this pain. I've dealt with everything for so long. The last time my jaw actually locked was when I was 22. So from the age of 9 to the age of 22, that was 13 years of it locking. About the age of 24, I came out with, of course, my psychic medium gift that I was born with. So we also think that since I didn't come out with it earlier in life, that the stress and everything was causing my jaw to lock. So when I came out with the gift when I was 24, it stopped locking. But then again, my jaw was permanently dislocated on the right side, so my jaw actually would stick out here no matter if I was smiling or yawning. It just, you could feel it. So right now I am on a full liquid diet right now, just due to my jaw realigning itself and snapping back into place. You guys may laugh or find it weird, but this is how it snapped back into place after 21 years. So I have a disorder that's called TMJ disorder. I'll put the full description of it down below in the description of the actual name that TMJ does stand for. It's very long and I'm gonna butcher it anyways. I was never able to explain it to my friends growing up what it actually was. So I will do a little description of the full name, but I'll try to post a link to Wikipedia to kind of explain what it actually is, if you guys want to actually read up on it to understand it, or if you guys just want me to go into more detail and do a more detailed video on it, just let me know in the description or in the comments down below. So for 25 years I dealt with this, so that's like from 2001 to 2026, like 25 years of my life I've been dealing with TMJ disorder. And some people say it's lockjaw, but it's actually not that name or term. At least I don't think it is. Let me just double check, because Lockjaw means something totally different. Yeah, TMJ disorder is not the exact same thing as a locked jaw, but a locked jaw can be one specific symptom of a TMJ disorder. So, TMJ disorder, this is a broad term for pain and problems in the jaw joints and the muscles that keep the jaw moving, that help your jaw move. Lockjaw, this happens when your jaw gets stuck open or closed and it is hard to move it. It can be caused by TMJ disorder and TMJ problems, muscle spasms, and other health issues. So they kind of go together. Because of course I have had locked jaw. My jaw would lock open, never closed. So of course it was always embarrassing when it would lock at school, but yeah, so I actually have both. I call it TMJ disorder because my joints, like in the jaw, that's like, it's right in here that it would lock, or like my stuff, my ligaments would just stretch and it just sucks. So so yeah, that is what it is, and it's not the easiest thing to have to deal with. It never was. I always carried like, I've talked about it. I've talked about going to school and always having like Tylenol and Advil in my backpack, and my principal actually thought I was selling drugs, because you'd hear every time I would walk the little bottles of Tylenol and Advil hitting each other and moving the little pills. It was embarrassing, especially at 13, because I would also take Advil for my menstrual cycle pain, which I've had since I was 13, well, 12. So like there are a few things I'm talking to my doctor next week on October 11th. I want to do a little bit more further testing on like PCOS and endometriosis, and some like my periods haven't changed, so there's a lot of things, and yeah, it hasn't changed since I was 13. It's always been the same. At 17 I went on birth control thinking it would help and change. It never did. So yeah, so there's that. And then I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to not cause more pain to my jaw right now. And last night before I went to bed, yawning sometimes, like lately or last night for a few times, I've been forgetting that I shouldn't yawn with my mouth open because my jaw could lock, and I don't want that. But yeah, so I do have a video on my camera talking about PCOS and everything, about all my symptoms. I think I'm gonna take my camera with me that day and see if I can get anything on it, or I might just leave it at home and film when I get home. I'm not really sure. I have to take my dad's truck because my dad will be working and my mom has a prior engagement with my grandma. So I'm gonna try and do this thing for my boyfriend one last time. Okay, so I kept the free number. My jaw really hurts. I need to go up and take some Tylenol. No, Advil. Tylenol I use for my migraines and headaches. I used to get so many migraines and headaches from like either not drinking coffee or my jaw. So yeah, again, I'm on a liquid diet. So I picked up the Core Power protein shakes. I'm gonna see if I like those better than the Premier ones, because then I can go and pick up some, but like I'm trying to keep a lot of my stress down too, because now I am also still I'm at risk again of my jaw locking. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just get I want to get a Starbucks for on the way to my doctor's appointment, so I'm just gonna figure out what. The guava passion fruit refresher is good. I tried it with the with the pearls on Friday, and then coming home yesterday I got it without, but I got energy in it. So I'm gonna have my dad's truck, and I've never driven it through the drive-through, so it'll be a experience. I think I'm gonna get the guava passion fruit, or the passion fruit guava. We're gonna do the energy boost instead, and I'm gonna get no pearls. And we're gonna do, I think, extra lemonade. Oh wait, no. We'll do the lemonade standard, and we'll add that. Okay, that's 8:40 or 9:38. It'll come to. Yeah, like liquid diet is. My mom wanted me to only do it for 2 weeks, but I decided I'm gonna do it for 2 months. So I'm going to be adjusting all of my meals, except I'm gonna keep my sourdough bread in for my post-workout meal, just because I'm gonna end up having to I just eat very slow right now, so the pain, if I talk too long, it gets really bad and really sore, so I'm trying to limit myself. And also I have this is what I'll show you guys what I'll be talking to my doctor about. So I'll be letting her read this, so like symptoms, and then menstrual history. So and then this is like pelvic pain symptoms, and then bleeding symptoms, and then possible PCOS related, hair and skin symptoms, and yeah, just athletic background, pelvic issues, and yeah, just kind of goes there. Like, because PCOS and endometriosis can cause can cause fertility issues. So like, if I want kids, I want to make sure that I can. So like, my training is still to keep my athleticism as a figure skater, but also train like a bodybuilder for bikini. My body does better being more leaner. So like, the fact that my weight fluctuates so much, that's also another reason. Like, PCOS can make you gain weight, so can endometriosis. And if my blood work has been normal for the last 5 years, then I want to see a specialist about that work directly with PCOS and endometriosis. And endometriosis, the only way to find out if you have it is through surgery. I know that. PCOS, you can find out through like ultrasounds, and like a pelvic ultrasound and a normal ultrasound, because they'll look at your ovaries, they'll look at your pelvis, and then of course they'll look inside. Sorry for the guys. But yeah, so yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, I showered and I changed. Of course, I got dressed for the day. Again, I'm filming on my iPad. I took some Advil for my jaw. My jaw is still sore. Just going to do some work. I still have some spots available for my August coaching. I will put the link to my intake form in the description down below, and my Instagram link, so you guys can go there. I do coach adults and teens, well, youth, as well. There is 2 separate forms. So there is one for like 18 to 20 up, and then there is one for youth where you need your parents' permission, so that when I do a consult call, with the youth, your parent, one of your parents or both of your parents will be on it as well, so they can tell me what they're looking, what direction they want your training to be in. Whereas 18-year-olds and up, you just need yourself, because at 18 you're an adult. So any age below 18 need parental consent or guardian consent. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna try not to talk a lot. My jaw is sore. So I have a doctor's appointment on the 11th, so yeah, it's gonna be weird. I'm gonna be taking it day by day, and adjusting as the pain goes. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Hey you guys, it's Kim. It is the next day. It is Wednesday, August 5th. It is 8:09 in the morning. I've worked out, I've showered. This week has just been like kind of off to a bad start for the beginning of the month, due to, of course, my jaw, and in the previous part of the video, I kind of go into detail. Again, I have a doctor's appointment next week, and so I think I might take my camera with me and kind of film a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to I'm not sure if I'll go through like Starbucks to get like a Starbucks drink to drink on the way to my doctor's appointment. I usually do, or I might go to the convenience store that is close to me and just pick up maybe 1 or 2 energy drinks, because of course at least they'll give me some energy. Also, I have my nephew today. We saw him yesterday. We weren't really expecting to get him today because we thought that my sister-in-law was back to her old rotation where she would have Wednesdays and Sundays off, but it looks like that's not happening till October, which is fine. But we have him tomorrow night for the whole night, and then the whole day on Friday, which I believe my parents are going up to the lake this weekend. I'm staying home because, of course, I really want to work and get some clients. I'm just being honest. Get some clients signed up for next week, over the weekend, so that the weekend I can kind of like get the program set up, get their payments done. Again, I'm no longer live on my coaching platform just because I missed 2 payments on my coaching platform, so I have to fix that. But it looks like it's just got me to upgrade plan now, which is fine. I believe I can take 1 more client. I believe. Yeah. So, anyways, that is that. So yeah, I am going to be talking to my doctor about getting more testing done, like my blood work is normal in all the areas that like my thyroid, my hemoglobin, like everything is within normal to a little bit low range or a little high range, but endometriosis and adenomyosis and PCOS, they can cause fertility issues. So I just want to do that, and because I've had like really bad periods, like irregular, heavy bleeding, pelvic pain constantly. So yeah, that is just what I'm going to talk to my doctor about. Plus my hair loss. My hair has been thinning out since I was like 12. And we always thought it was for or related to coloring my hair, but it could also mean endometriosis or PCOS or something else. Also, I just want to make sure that fertility is okay and that I can have kids naturally. I don't really want to have to worry about IVF or anything. So just kind of like that. And you know, there is nothing wrong with IVF or anything. It's just me personally, I'd rather try first naturally than go right into that. So my jaw is sore. I took some Advil. In the morning it takes a little bit for it to kick in. I might take some Tylenol. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah, and then I have to talk about my jaw because that is new, and I had my doctor's appointment made last week before my jaw relocated. So I do have an oral surgeon who used to unlock my jaw when it would lock in Saskatoon, and I would go to RUH Emerge. They would call this surgeon and he would unlock it, no problem, like give me just a muscle relaxant and he would pop it back into place. But instead, other ERs would put me under, and it always like didn't pop back into place like as quickly. Like they'd try, and I would tense up so much because I was like kind of under. Sorry, I have to sneeze. So yeah, and they like there's a doctor at City Hospital, and it happened to me twice. He the first time he finally got the surgeon from RUH to come down to City Hospital to unlock my jaw after trying multiple attempts of putting me under and trying to unlock my jaw. And then the second time it was the same doctor, and he refused to call the surgeon who previously has unlocked my jaw and knows exactly how to unlock it. He just wanted to strictly put me under, and hopefully my jaw would relax enough with a muscle relaxant. I think that time they gave me like 2 or 3 muscle relaxants, and they usually like stuck it under my tongue, and I still didn't relax. And then when they put me out, it was even worse because I could feel everything they were doing. So yeah, and it's not normal for your jaw to just relocate itself, like snap back into place, without one, I think, being broken, and 2, having your discs in your jaw removed. But that's another thing, like my dentist and an orthodontist both told me that breaking my jaw when I was 17 could cause even worse problems for me. So of course that's why for 21 years my my bottom jaw was dislocated. Like it was the bottom jaw, and if you go in like my previous videos, I have a really bad overbite here. It's just, that's just how my teeth are sitting now, because but now I have a normal bite, but also I'm trying not to force it. Another thing is, right now I'm still finishing my coffee. The milk I bought for the lake actually bothers my stomach because it's not lactose, but I wanted to finish it before I opened up my new lactose for life milk. Right now I'm drinking the Dairyland brand. It's 18 grams of protein in it, which is okay. It's just, it bothers my stomach. Like, I don't know what the difference really is. They're both unfiltered, but I don't think this Dairyland one is, like, it's unfiltered and 2% but skim milk or something like that. Well, look, because I have to go and make one of my clear proteins right away. Because right now I'm on all liquids, because this morning I was eating my sourdough bread, and like the sourdough bread is just for my stomach, you guys. So, and like I don't want to be like an all liquid diet right now, but I'm gonna take it day by day for 2 months. I had spaghetti and meat sauce last night for supper. I'll probably have that for supper again tonight, and then for lunch I'll probably do like soup and a core power protein. I only have 2 shakes, but yeah, I could have put one of them in with my coffee, but I didn't want to waste it like that. I don't want to use those for my coffees. But yeah, I don't know, like, I am an athlete for Global Formulas. Like, they have great products, I'm not gonna lie, they do. It's just that I don't necessarily know if that's the brand I'm gonna go with. Like, they have a lot of products. I don't know if that's what I want. So I do have still my account on Fitlog, and I know I could do 3 clients there without upgrading, but I don't want to flip-flop back and forth. Like, I would love to have clients on a different platform, but I love Trainer Eyes because if they have any sort of tracking watch, like an Apple Watch, Fitbit, or a Garmin, or a thing with things it's called, you can hook it up to the Trainer Eyes app and get stuff. So like mine, it counts my steps, if you guys can see. Like, it counts my steps. There's the Trainer Eyes and everything. So yeah, I kind of have plans for this month, but kind of hard when no one wants to sign up. So I might look at my cousin's fiance, and I might actually see if she's interested in it. So do you guys want me to film my doctor's appointment, or would you rather me just come home after and talk about it? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm also trying not to open up my mouth too wide because it does hurt and it does strain, do a lot of straining. The clear protein I am drinking right now is called Ensure. It is the brand that hospitals use right now. I'll show you guys you can get clear protein with like any supplement actually, and in a powder. I don't know if I don't think let me just pull. I know raw. Does raw come with clear protein? Let me double check. I don't think Global Formulas. I do know that I do want to have not just the Global Formulas for like being an athlete, but I do want to do like HD Muscle as well, or raw. Let's see here. I don't think HD Muscle does not have clear protein, I don't think. I think they just have protein powder. Yeah, they just have protein powder. So let me see. there's like this 22-year-old that is talking to me on Snapchat. I'm not one to block people, but I did mute his conversations because it's just weird to me. I do want to, like, Raw Nutrition is Canadian / a US company. I think his name is Chris. Let me just pull him up on Instagram. I think he's called Sebum. Okay, so yeah, this is the guy. He is Canadian. He is part owner of Raw Nutrition. So, like, I was an athlete with them, and then they discontinued me, but I'm still getting a lot of the emails, so I might see if they can reset my account. But yeah, like, I think Raw Nutrition has, like, they have so many products, and that's kind of why. They also do Revive MD, I think it is, and that's where you can buy your, like, all your stuff. Can't remember. The thing is, they also came out with, like, gummies and everything. Yeah, they have clear protein too. So it's just like Raw. Then there's Rise. Rise is good too. That's another company I want to go with. Global Formulas. If I ever have a place in, like, the States or anything, like a vacation home or something, I would get the Global Formulas for there so that I'm not traveling back and forth with supplements, right? Both of the coaches I'm thinking about going with, like, there's Taylor Carell, who I did have a consult call with over Google Meets, and then there is also Amy and her husband Christian. Both are on the team Fit Body Fusion, so that would be the team I would be going with. The only thing is, Amy and Christian want you to have a phone, like a working phone. They don't really do their consult calls over, like, Zoom or Google Meets. They rather call, I think, on the phone, and some coaches are like that too. But also, to me, I like to actually physically see them, like, on a screen, but that's just me. So yeah, I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna do Global Formulas because, like, I don't, like, I guess I could use the Global Formulas for my clients that are in the States versus anything, but I know I can get Raw HD Muscle or Raw Nutrition HD Muscle and Rise supplements at Supplements World or Popeyes. So when you know you can get a brand that if you run out of a product and you don't have enough to make an order, then you know you can just drive down the street to go and pick up the product you ran out of. So that's another thing. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Raw nutrition. Raw nutrition has cream of rice. HD muscle is elevate as well. Because like HD muscle is owned by 4 brothers, and then their sister and one of their brothers owns elevate, I believe. But like raw nutrition is I actually like raw nutrition a little bit more than HD muscle. Just by their packaging, they have more protein powder flavors, whereas HD muscle only has the chocolate, the vanilla. They have sweet cream cold brew. They have maple waffle, and then they have caramel brownie. They rarely have all of their protein powders in stock. It's usually either chocolate or vanilla that's always in stock. So I'm just gonna show you guys. Oh, I don't want the protein bars. I want the powder. So for the bun isolate protein, you have milk and cookies, pecan pie, grandma's apple pie, champion mentality, snickerdoodle. And they have like so many. I just get it at the one time. They have veg brownie in stock. It's snickerdoodle, okay. Mint chocolate chip, and then cookies and cream is the champion mentality. I always want to get a mint chocolate chip. Like, I do like global formulas, don't get me wrong, I should actually go back because I do have a discount code for this, so I will have to get it. Like, there's a few, like, you can get everything all in one place, which is nice, and then you can actually get like sample packs. Raw nutrition is like that too. You can get sample packages so that you're not taking like big tubs. Chocolate peanut butter, fudge brownie. We're gonna do cookies and cream. Sometimes I only like to do 2 things at a time, so gonna do South Beach slush for a pre-workout and is it cotton candy grape? And I think it's and blue raspberry. I like anything blue raspberry, so. But let's see. I actually prefer like Rise has also like I actually prefer Rise over Raw, to be honest. I don't know why, but I just do. There's just more flavors, and they do have clear protein, but in 2 flavors. I think it's in Country Time Lemonade and Tropical. But they also have like protein pancakes. So let's see here. Do mint chocolate. They kind of changed their website, which is nice. I like it. They don't have Cookie Blast. I think we'll just do 2 protein powders for now. Do pre-workouts. We're gonna do the loaded pre, and we're gonna do the watermelon. I'm gonna get 3. The sour green apple, sour watermelon, sour green apple, and sour bluegrass. And then creatine, I'm probably just gonna do unflavored. You could do Baja Cooler if you want. But and then they have hydration sticks, which I rather them do the hydration in tabs too. But and then the collabs. This is where you essentially find the PCOS, which raw is good too. So let's just go back to raw. I will see you guys later. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm not gonna talk too much, just because my jaw was clicking and it's a little sore on this side. So we're gonna go. I actually just finished my coffee, so we're gonna go and make my clear protein, and I'll kind of show you guys what I do. And then I gotta edit this video, so we'll put you guys right there. First, I'm gonna just show you guys something. Okay, so earlier I talked about the Dairyland brand. It's unfiltered, partly skim milk. I think it's upsetting my stomach, but of course it's expensive, so I'm gonna finish it. But the lactose milk the milk that doesn't bother my stomach is the Fairlife partially skimmed milk, but it's lactose free. This never bothers my stomach, but it's brand new, it's not open. I decided to finish up the Dairyland. And then I'm gonna be having one of these for lunch. I have one vanilla and one chocolate. And this is the clear protein right now. It is 8 grams of protein, 240 calories. There is 22 minerals in here. So there's 0 fat, there's 52 carbs, there's 30 grams of sugar, 70 milligrams of sodium, there's iron, there's calcium, there's potassium, there's vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin A, C, D, E, and K. There's biotin in it, there's magnesium, so, and it's good, but I mix it with 100% cranberry juice, so of course that's how much it does. And then I have this Compliments Organic 100% cranberry juice. So there is 80 calories. I hear my nephew. So. And I just finished the cranberry juice. What is going on upstairs. First, I'll take this back to the office, and then I will pause the recording and quickly run upstairs to see what's going on. So, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My nephew is just not cooperating today, so anyways, this is what it looks like. So I just mix it because like I don't really like sweet stuff, so it kind of gives like the organic cranberry juice gives it like a kind of soury taste, but as you guys can see, I haven't washed out my straw, but my nephew kind of broke it because he was chewing on it in January. Anyways, I'm going to finish getting, I might postpone my trip with my boyfriend because he's gonna meet me in Alberta. I might postpone it a little bit because like I need so much for the trip. Like I don't know if I'm going to fly from here, Saskatoon, to Calgary, or from here to Alberta, like somewhere in like either Calgary or Edmonton, and then rent a vehicle here and drive the 5 to 7 hours. Like Edmonton is only 5 hours from here, and Calgary is about 7. Yeah, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet, and it's kind of hard to plan a trip when you have no clients, like no paying clients. Like I might reach out to my client that I had who was a barter, and just check in and do like kind of a follow-up and everything. And you know, I will not do barters because like I want to get out of my parents' place. I want to be in my own place again. Like I want to get a vehicle too, and like that's kind of what my uncle kind of screwed me over with. So it's like I think over the weekend I'm gonna print text messages and everything and I am going to get his address in Kelowna from my grandma, and I will mail it. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys later. Hey you guys, it's Kim here. It is Thursday, August 6th. It is 8:44 in the morning. I worked out this morning. My jaw pain is still about a 10 since Sunday. I see my doctor on next Tuesday. This video is going up tomorrow because you guys will hear the whole story. There is Tuesday and yesterday, which will be at the beginning of this video. So it kind of goes into detail why I have jaw pain. And then if you go into like previous videos, you will probably notice that this side of my jaw is actually sticking out and my jaw kind of looks crooked if you look really closely. As you can see, I don't really have an overbite anymore. It's just how my teeth have like settled when it was crooked, so it still looks like I have an overbite, but really it's just how my teeth sit now and how they grew when I was younger, because my mouth has been dislocated for 21 years. The reason why I'm saying that is because the last time my jaw locked, I think I said this yesterday when I was talking about it, but if I didn't, or if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I can't remember what I said when I picked up my iPad yesterday. But my whole point is I had an oral surgeon since I was 13. When my jaw would lock, I would go to University Hospital, Royal University Hospital here in Saskatoon, which is, the short form is RUH. Anytime it would lock, and if I was in the city, I would go there to emerge, and they would actually, instead of getting a doctor to come look at it, they would get the oral surgeon to come in and lock it. But of course the doctor would prescribe like muscle relaxants or something until to just make me comfortable, or like, you know, give me a little bit of IV fluids, you know, because you always have to have a doctor when you see an oral, like an emerge, so a doctor will always see you no matter what. But usually they're supposed to call a surgeon that is known for that specific thing to actually come and unlock it. Even though a doctor could, the majority of the doctors at RUH refuse to unlock it. They rather call this surgeon. I'm not gonna say his name right now because I don't know if my doctor will refer me to see the surgeon to get it looked at after it relocated by itself. But when I was 22, a friend ended up taking me to a different hospital in Saskatoon, which is called like the City Hospital here. It's just another hospital. We have 3 here, well 4 now, including the Children's Hospital. But anyways, my point is the doctor refused to get this surgeon to come down again, because the first time I went to City Hospital, they called the surgeon to come and unlock it, and he did, because I really let a doctor touch my jaw. At this time I had a lot of PTSD from it, and a lot of anxiety with my jaw locking. So I was about 20, I was in hair school, and like I was driving with my cousin, but she did not want to take me to the hospital. So I ended up getting two of my classmates that I barely knew that took me, sat with me for a little bit until they felt like, you know, you're okay, your mom's coming, you know, you're gonna get looked at right away. Which I also said, like, it's okay, you guys can go back to school. And I pretty much typed everything on my phone, because the more you talk when your jaw is locked, the more it strains it, the more it locks. So the less I talked, the easier it would be for me to relax with the muscle relaxant, which I get stuck under my tongue. So at 20, I asked them to call my surgeon and everything so that he could come and actually unlock it instead of being sedated. So they did. He came, unlocked it, and relocated it, so like it actually was straight. But when I was 22, this doctor at City Hospital refused to call the surgeon from at RUH that would usually unlock it for me, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna put you under, we're gonna unlock it, I know what I'm doing, blah 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 blah. So anyways, after that, yes, he unlocked it, but what you have to do actually to reset the jaw after it's locked and after you unlock it is you're supposed to, like, never do this at home by yourself. The only reason why I know this is because the surgeon that I saw when I was younger, to unlock my jaw, he showed he taught my mom how to do it. If she ever came like to a point where I couldn't wait to get to the hospital or something and she could unlock it, you're supposed to like push down and pull and push up. That's how you unlock it, and that's how you reset your jaw after it's locked. So like when I was younger, it started locking on both sides, so it was easier to pop back into place, of course. Then there was sometimes where it would lock on the left side, and then it was like you had to like, the doctors had to like push down, pull up, and then to the side and let go, right? And then it would pop back into place. Well, when I was 22, this doctor just pulled down and up and let it go. He did not try to like reset where it locked, so then it stayed permanently dislocated for 21 years. So I have battled with TMJ disorder for 25 years. My jaw locked from age 9 to 22, which is exactly 13 years. And then my jaw was dislocated from 21 to 34, which is 21 years. So, like, it's just a lot right now. And with it relocating Sunday, so like, what, we're Thursday today, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're 5 days since it relocated itself. It is not normal for a jaw to essentially snap back into proper place by itself. You usually have to get your jaw broken and wired shut for it to be straight again. But the thing is, I did kind of speak about orthodontist and my dentist. So just a little bit more of a background is when I was 17 and after I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I actually asked my dentist at the time, he's retired now, that I asked him if he would break my jaw and reset it. He refused to do it because he's just like, Kim, if I do that, you have to get your discs removed, and you could have essentially the same pain or worse pain. So I was just like, okay. So he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna refer you to an orthodontist and see if they can help you with anything, or, you know, tell you anything different. Maybe they have something that they could do. So the orthodontist actually told me the same thing, but he said if my dentist would have sent me right when it started to lock or I was having problems, he said he would have threw braces on me to keep my jaw from kind of being stable and to kind of stop it from doing anything here, like prevent it from locking. And because my dentist really never did anything, because of course it never locked in the dentist chair for him, when my jaw first locked in a dentist chair, it wasn't my regular dentist. It was a dentist that we went to in a small town that was 15 minutes from the farm I lived on. And also it was 15 minutes in the opposite direction of my hometown. And my dentist was out of PA. So we went to Rostron, and I had a cavity and my dentist was on vacation. So we really couldn't wait for my dentist to come back. I had a cavity which needed to be pulled. And of course, I was 9 years old. Of course, they froze me. But for some reason, it felt like before they attended to me, my jaw just froze in an open position. So when they like took the thing out of your mouth that kind of just protects the rest of like your gums and everything and the rest of your teeth, and they only want to work on that one tooth, it like wouldn't close, and I started like freaking out. Like I was just like, oh my god, I can't close my mouth, like, Mom, what's going on? So like the dentist couldn't unlock it. He's just like, you either have to take her, and like you can go home or you can go to the hospital. And like a doctor in my hometown knew how to unlock jaws. So, and he, oh my god, he was the best. He was like, he's dead now. He passed away a couple of years ago. I was still in high school when he passed. But like, he was the only doctor that would be allowed to touch my jaw without me being put under in Waka. So like, he essentially, anytime, like even if he wasn't on call or wasn't working, he'd come in and unlock my jaw. So it was like, I got to be okay. So like, when you get put under, like at least for me, it's like the sedation doesn't go away. And I used to like, my jaw used to lock on the bus on the way to school. And there's this one time, and like I don't really, like, me and my brother are close. It's just like, you know, when you get on the bus and it's dark and you can't really see, and you know your older brother's not a morning person, he's a night owl, you go to the back of the bus because that's where he sits, and he's like kind of going back to sleep. My brother actually smacked me across the face because he couldn't understand what I was saying. And so, like, I don't know if he smacked me across the face or he just punched me, but he's kind of mad that I was waking him up anyways on the bus when we just got on, and he couldn't understand me. So of course, when he hit me, it made the pain worse. So instead, I just walked back to my seat and kind of like sobbed a little bit, but quietly. And then on our way, or as soon as we got to our next stop to pick up kids, my brother was just like, are you sure your jaw is locked? Because it like took him like, I think maybe 15 to 20 minutes before we got back and got to the next stop, that it registered that he's just like, oh my god, her jaw locked, and I just hit her, like, because I couldn't understand, and I went like this, yeah, Greg, like, it's locked, like, I can't close it, and I have like my mid over my mouth because like my jaw locks open, and people can actually, their jaws can actually lock closed, so then you can't really open them. Mine always locked open, like it always dropped open, so I always had saliva coming out because like my tongue really had a hard time pushing it backwards, so it was easier for it to push it forwards, and it was disgusting, to tell you the truth. And then the girl that sat with me, she was trying to talk to me and everything, and then one of my brother's friends who was on next got mad at her because he was just like, Andrea, leave her alone, like stop making her talk to you, like she's in pain, like. And then my mom met us, like, because my brother went into the house of where Andrea lived and used the phone, because my best guy friend's aunt actually was where Andrea was living. She was a foster care person. So Greg just ran in, called my mom. Mom said she'll meet us between Highway 2 and the grid road that we were on. So as soon as we got to the stop sign, Mom was waiting there. I hopped off the bus, went to the hospital. At this time, a different doctor was on call. She sedated me, and I think I had a test that day, and I must have been 13 at the time, and I didn't want to miss school. So as soon as it was unlocked, Mom's just like, well, let's just let you relax, let's let it, like, you know, let's just not rush to getting you back to school. I said, no, Mom, I need to. I have a test first thing in the morning. I can't miss it. So of course, went to school. I got there in the middle of silent reading, which was like 15 minutes, and I was kind of like emotional and kind of like all over the place. And I had a science test that day, I think it was, and my silent reading room was in where my science class is. So after the silent reading, before I left, that teacher said, you know what, Kim, you don't have to write the test today, we can do it tomorrow in science class. So I was just like, okay. So it kind of gave me an extra day to study, and everyone was just like, so then instead of making me just sit it out, he allowed everyone to do it the next day, because I was just like, no, if everyone's gonna write it today and I'm not, that's not fair. So he actually said, you know what, you guys, since what happened to Kim this morning, we're gonna move the test to tomorrow in science class. We're gonna have an extra study period, or like, you know, you guys can kind of quiz each other. So it was just like, you know, I wasn't the only one that was there not doing the test. So, and I also asked him if that was okay, because like I felt bad. And so of course my science teacher was just like, yeah, no, that's totally fine. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little bit more of a background. I am in a lot of pain, so I don't know what my doctor will tell me on Tuesday, on August 11th, but I will be doing a doctor's appointment reset. I'm gonna record, I think, on my phone. I don't know if I'll do a video or if I'll just do memos and a voice memo, and then just kind of listen and then write down what she said, or what, just because I don't know, and I know I won't remember everything. I don't know, 50-year-olds add me to Snapchat, and it's a little disturbing. But anyways, or it looks like they're 50. So yeah, I'm a little anxious, so my stomach's bothering me. Not the milk. I know I was talking about it yesterday in part of the video, that I think it was the milk upsetting my stomach, but it's not. Like, it's more me being anxious because I don't know what's gonna happen. So like right now I'm on like not a liquid diet, but a soft foods and liquid nutrition diet. So that means like I'll be eating a lot of like noodles, like a lot of just soft things. Like I got my dad to pick up some cottage cheese, so I think I'm gonna make myself some. We have some spaghetti noodles, and I think I'm gonna make some like fried noodles. So I'll put like egg in it, and then I might do like a little bowl of cottage cheese on the side for a little extra protein. I am planning to like do this for 2 months, but also I am taking it day by day. So like ground beef is okay because it's grounded and it's soft and I don't really have to chew it much. The only thing is I have to stay away from steak right now, which I love steak. I just can't eat anything that will make me chew a lot. So I'm actually going to show you guys something. This is what I'm giving to my doctor. It's kind of like a medical appointment summary and discussion points. So this is everything that I want to talk about. So like as you can see, just ignore this for right now, we'll go through that. As you can see, there is 3 main topics that I want to talk about. So it's long-standing TMJ disorder and recent jaw change, severe menstrual symptoms, and possibly endometriosis, and PCOS evaluation, joint/injury history, and whether there may be any underlying factors contributing to these issues. So of course the first one we'll be talking about is my TMJ disorder and jaw history, because I need to see a surgeon about my jaw relocation to see if there was anything, like maybe anything wrong with my discs and that was why it was locking, anything with my muscles and that was why it was locking, or anything to do with the jaw joints, because it's really weird for it to shift back into place after 21 years. And then my next topic, so like I kind of do have a timeline during the ages of 22 to 34, August 2nd, 2026 events, and then additional symptoms since August 2nd, and then additional symptoms since August 2nd, new concerns, impact on daily life, update after, so like she can read all of it. And then of course the second one is the menstrual symptoms, possible endometriosis and PCOS evaluation history. So I kind of go through like my menstrual cycle since I was like 13. So history, current symptoms, background, and then joint history. So yeah, my main goal for the appointment is joint instability, TMJ, disorder problems, but actually everything, like all 3 topics are actually important, and the less I have to talk, the better. So that's kind of why I have this printed out. And then I have a bunch of PCOS symptom and endometriosis things, like a little bit more into why I want to get tested or see people for that is also in there. And yeah, so I am just taking it day by day for now up until my doctor's appointment, and then like I said, I'm gonna record my doctor's appointment. Like, I think I'm just gonna do a voice memo so I can play it back, because I know it's gonna be a lot of information and me not talking much, so I don't want to forget what I need to talk about. And I need to print off one more thing, but I think my mom's in the shower right now, so I want to wait, and I'll probably print off a lot of stuff that I have on my notes this weekend while my parents are at the lake. They leave tomorrow after my dad's done work. My dad wants to go to the lake, so I was going to go, and then I decided not to. I decided just to stay home because, like, you know, I want to do some meal prep on Sunday, and I want to make some fresh sourdough bread instead of bought sourdough bread. So, you know, when you're used to making your own and you know the difference in taste, it is easier. I'm just gonna see. No, my boyfriend hasn't read that. I don't know, I might push mine in his trip a little bit. Just due to my jaw, I might just say, you know what, due to my jaw, we're gonna push the trip. It was just him to come down, and we were gonna do it in a different province for our 6th year anniversary, just because things between him and my parents are on like shaky ground right now, and yeah, it's just a long story which I'm not gonna get into, so I don't want to essentially push it until he's ready. And like anyways, my next thing, I did show you guys how I mix the Ensure Clear protein. I actually need to go and get some more, but I'll see if my mom will leave me a little bit until I get my new debit card to go and get some new. I might pick up I'm not a fan of like protein shakes, but that's how I'm gonna get majority of my protein. I did open the vanilla core power protein, but I didn't drink protein shake, but I didn't drink it all because I really wasn't that hungry, and I still had like half of my clear protein yesterday that I made, and I showed you at the beginning, but I finished the organic cranberry juice, so I'm gonna do the organic pomegranate today, and I'm gonna film it and show you guys, like, kind of explain the difference. I also think the reason why it took me so long to finish yesterday is because I think the organic cranberry juice was getting bad. Like, it's been opened and in the fridge since December, so I'm not really sure. So it could have upset my stomach. It could have also been a little bit of the milk. It could be a little bit of my anxiety towards my jaw. So when I say anxiety, you guys, I have general anxiety disorder and I have PTSD. PTSD is more aligned with my jaw locking and some other things that happened in my life. But majority of the PTSD is from my jaw locking. That being said, I don't really talk about it. I just say, you know what, I have anxiety. I don't take medication for it. I don't believe in it. I use my training. I used figure skating. Now I'm using kind of bodybuilding to as a coping mechanism. I shouldn't say coping mechanism. I want to say more like the way I'm releasing my anxiety was through figure skating. Now it's through training, through training and being a physique or bikini athlete. So yeah, anyways, that is where I'm gonna end this video because I would like to edit it and get it up for tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys on the weekend or Friday night. We'll see. I am going to be meal prepping and doing a lot of stuff over the weekend. A lot of content for Instagram and YouTube and everything. So I will see you guys later. Bye.